I am not a morning person. I've never been, but during this time of quarantine, in the beginning I didn't, but then I just realized that it's impossible to get everything done that I need to get done while the kids are around. So I've been waking up at 5:30 every single morning just to do the things I need to do before the kids need me.
Yes.
So I feel you on
Yes.
that.
Yep.
Painful, but it's so worth it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's your day is just a better day. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
So in our community, we talk a lot about normalizing the guilt. I know we kind of touched upon that with technology, but
Mhm.
I could imagine for you, since you've been pretty much working your whole life and then all of a sudden you had kids, right? Was there a period where you had to adjust to parenthood and where you felt guilty about working or not 100% being there? And if you have experienced that, how have you overcome it?
That's so funny because my best friend, she has a 6-month-old baby, and I'm giving a lot of the toys that Cairo has outgrown to her. And she was just over the other day, grabbing some of Cairo's toys, and she literally, it was like her eyes were so sad. And she was like, Tia, I feel so guilty about going back to work. And I was like, oh. And I told her, I said, you know what? Her name is Jessica. And I said, unfortunately, Jessica, the guilt never goes away for
Mm,
me. I don't think I ever do not feel guilty about leaving my children while I go work. But what has helped me, and I don't know if it's because I studied cognitive psychology in college or whatever, is changing my perspective. Like, that's the one thing that I've learned how to do is just kind of shift my thought process, you know what I mean? And shift
mm,
the way that I think. And what's helped me, and the first time was when my son is 9. And when he was born, I had to go back to work 2 months later. And I remember he was in his crib, and I remember it was dark outside because I had to be at work early in the morning, like at 5:30 in the morning. And then I would come home. So my point is, I would leave when he was asleep, and then I would come home when he was asleep. And
mm,
it just like a dagger in my heart. And I was like, gosh, this feels terrible. Like,
mm,
this just does not feel right. What helps me? And what helped me, number one, was I said, there are millions of moms who are doing the same thing, and they are getting through, and they are getting by. And
mm,
this is why I think that community is so important, especially when it comes to motherhood. I never really understood the power of a community until I became a mother. So
mm.
when I saw that there were other women doing the same thing, I was like, all right, Tia, you need to straighten up and fly right. Like, there are women out there that are like, doing the thing. And then the other thing was perspective on, I want my children to see that mommy works hard for what
Yes.
she has. Mommy has to go out and fetch and get.
Mm,
And children learn the best through observation, not just through telling. So when my children see mommy get up early, once they get older, or when my children see that mommy has to work really, really hard to, make a living, then that is setting an example for your child. And that is what stuck with me. And that's why um, I feel better. It's not
mm.
completely gone, the guilt, but I feel better.
I love that. I love that you brought up having your kids observe you and watch you, because we could literally tell them everything we want them to do, to be hardworking, to be kind. But if we're not
Mhm.
living it ourselves, they won't understand it. They won't
No,
be able to truly understand how it feels.
no.
And yeah, I mean, that's really beautiful. And
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
thank you.